Hello and welcome to this November 1st, 2010 video version of Invested Central's Chart of the Day. I'm Tom Boley, Invested Central's Chief Market Strategist, and it's my pleasure to provide you today's Chart of the Day. This Chart of the Day is brought to you by StockCharts.com, simply the web's best financial charts. Today we're taking a look at EXAS. This is Exact Sciences Corp. This is about a $270 million healthcare company. It's a micro-cap biotech, so obviously the small companies carry a lot more risk, and then of course not only is it a small company, but it's also a biotech, so the risk is really multiplied here. Just understand the inherent risks of trading this stock before you get in. You certainly should consider adjusting say your position size if you decide to trade this. So for instance, if you normally would put say $5,000 into a trade, you may only want to put like $2,000 into this trade because it is going to carry a lot more risk and it could be extremely volatile, might not necessarily be in your direction. So just make sure that you understand the risks involved in trading this one. Looking at the stock technically, you can see back in March through July, even into August, the stock struggled to get through $5, and from the July low down around $3.20 in mid-July, stock ran up almost 300%, nearly tripled I guess that would be 200%, but nearly tripled in just a 3-month period of time. So a huge move to the upside. You can see that created some incredibly overbought conditions where the RSI got up to almost 90 back in mid-September, stayed above 70 for about 5 or 6 weeks, which is really unusual. And you can see that the stochastics also in the 80s and 90s during that period as well. So very overbought. The stock really needed to pause for a bit, and that's what we've seen here toward the latter half of October. After printing that earlier high just above 9, we came back down, we tested the 20-day, and we bounced with that MACD pointing straight up. Not surprising at all. That's where we would look for the first area of support. It went back up. It tried to get through $9 again, but printed a dark cloud cover right here at the top. And notice on this second attempt up here at $9, look what the MACD did. Barely budged back to the upside, even though we had 4 or 5 days of strength. We ran from a little above $7 to a little above $9, and yet the MACD barely even budged to the upside. So that is a little bit of a warning, just letting you know that the momentum in the stock, the bullish momentum, is starting to wane a little bit, and you really have to be careful with the stock when that happens. Since Wednesday's open, where EXAS opened at $9, you can see the stock lost about 25% of its market cap just from Wednesday's open to Friday's close, and that underscores the type of risk involved in trading this stock. Volume was huge on Friday, but we didn't lose the 50-day moving average. In fact, this is an area that I would look for a potential bounce. You might sit back and wait and see if we break below the 50-day intraday and then manage to close back above it by the end of the day, maybe putting in some sort of reversing candlestick. That might be one way to play this. At least that would give you an area for your stop, because if you put a long tail in with a reversing candle, then you don't want to lose that tail down the road, and that would be a stop area. I'd be quick to take profits on this thing if you do decide to trade it. And again, it's very risky, but if you do decide to take a position here and you get a bounce, 8, 10, 12, 14%, whatever, in a very quick period of time, I'd take the money and run. I think this one carries a lot of risk, and as a result, I wouldn't mind taking profits and moving back to the sidelines quickly if given the opportunity. Volume trends during this uptrend, very strong. You can see volume's been picking up. A lot of traders jumping in on both sides, the long and the short side. But I do think we've got a shot maybe back up to about $7.50, $8 area in the near term. But let's see if we bounce off the 50-day moving average first. I hope you've enjoyed our presentation today. Be sure to check out our chart of the day every day at investedcentral.com. While you're there, sign up for our free weekly Market Pulse newsletter and have the chart of the day emailed directly to you. Happy trading and happy Halloween.